Throughout the storyline and different arcs in JJK, there has been foreshadowing and hidden agendas in plain sight. The ambiguity of Sukuna, the inner demon of Yuji, hints at Gojo's desire to revolutionize the Jujutsu system in place, Kenjaku manipulating the disaster curses into thinking that they would benefit from his agenda, or Sukuna's keen interest in Megumi and how he planned to use him. These are all examples of how Gege Akutami has intricately built the story to keep readers engaged and wanting more. We also know Gege wants his story to be as unpredictable as possible. Exhibit A. When Yuta takes over Gojo's body, no one could have possibly saw that coming. But what if I told you that Gege is setting up the next big arc in plain sight and you might have missed it? I believe the next arc will focus on Tengen. Tengen was introduced in chapter 53 as an unknown figure, but was revealed to be the foundation of the Jujutsu Society. Tengen started as somewhat of a spokesman during the Nara period and was a woman at one point. Tengen is a non-combatant sorcerer and uses Jujutsu for powerful barriers. They are one of the top barrier users in the world. They are responsible for maintaining the 4 barriers that improve cursed spirit suppression and what helps protect Jujutsu High. Tengen is also immortal, but they must reset their body every 500 years. Tengen typically merges with the Star Plasma, humans who are compatible with them, but we've seen Riko, who was killed by Toji in the Hidden Inventory arc. This resulted in Tengen losing touch with their humanity. It was stated that there could have been multiple vessels, but they chose which one they wanted to merge with. Riko died and Tengen could have merged with another, but decided to stop fighting the inevitable. That sparked an evolution in Tengen and they evolved into something non-binary. With the Culling game still in effect, we know that the end goal of kenjaku was to merge the entirety of Japan's population into one entity. This would in turn reduce cursed energy in Japan and other sorcerers. There's no real plan after the merger. It's kinda like Kenjaku kinda just wanted to see what would happen if they did. Kenjaku passed down this goal to Sukuna, and now Sukuna has been tasked with killing all the remaining players in the Culling games in order to complete the merger. It seems the reason they have to do this is for their cursed energy. This is what will fuel the ritual and allow the merger to take place. This is also the reason why Sukuna has to win the Culling games, because if Sukuna loses the Culling games, it's over and the merger is no longer possible. Yuji, being the main character, is set up to be the one to take Sukuna down after the merger. Maybe this is why his domain expansion has yet to be revealed. It will have something to do with disconnecting souls. We know Yuji is able to attack people directly to the soul, so maybe his domain has to do with soul manipulation. That can also mean that Megumi has a chance to make a return if Yuji is able to separate them. That also contradicts Kenjaku's rule on the Culling games that it only ends when all players except Megumi and Geto are dead. We know that all players have to die in order for it to end, but what if both Megumi and Geto are already dead? Kashimo, Yuro, and Ryu all took on their original appearances, which is why their true names were revealed on the list of players. Sukuna and Kenjaku both went under the names of Geto and Megumi. Coincidence? My theory is that once Kenjaku died, Geto was eliminated from the game, and once Sukuna took his original form, Megumi was also eliminated from the game. So the Culling games could already be over, which means that Yuji can release his domain expansion and separate Megumi and Sukuna. This may come as no surprise, but Kenjaku and Sukuna planned for this to happen. Kenjaku has been around for more than 1,000 years, and he has planned ahead so much. He's made sure Yuji and all the cursed spirits were in place and ready to go for his plan. Kenjaku also knew that there was the possibility of him dying and not making it to the merger, and he was fine with it, which is why he passed down his plans to Sukuna to complete. Sukuna being an evil genius from 1,000 years before also helps the argument. Sukuna has been able to adapt to almost anything thrown his way, and his battle IQ is insanely high. There has to be more to the merger than we are seeing, because Sukuna is a selfish being and would only do something for his benefit, which is why this had to be planned. The way Kenjaku was just killed off by Yuta was too uneventful. Kenjaku being one of the main protagonists, you would think that his death wouldn't have been so quick. The goal was to eliminate Gojo and all other sorcerers and gather as much cursed energy as possible. After Yuji separates Megumi, Sukuna is left with only one vessel, Tengen. Sukuna has already demonstrated an interest in wanting to merge with Tengen, but the reasoning is still unknown. We know nothing about Sukuna's true goals, but one thing is for sure, he loves chaos and destruction. With Sukuna merging with Tengen, it disrupts the JJK world. Chaos and cursed spirits would arise from this event. In the beginning, this would be catastrophic and devastating to Japan. The point of the merger is to create a new era and allow the world to evolve to the new regime. How Yuji is able to fight Sukuna and stop this is a mystery within itself. Yuji, being the previous vessel of Sukuna, has learned a plethora of techniques and nearly mastered the Black Flash. Sukuna is on his last legs right now and being backed against the wall. Now is the time for him to pull out his trump card, merging with Tengen. That's the only way out for Sukuna at this point. This is all just my theory on how it may play out, but JJK is a masterful author and is known to throw out plot twists left and right. What do you think the next arc will be? Thank you for watching and subscribe for more.